And you send myself those pictures.
Oh, I just sent them to you.
Okay.
I just sent them to you. All right, we are recording.
I thought you wanted me to do it.
I am, but I'm just saying. So this is my official AD, first AD director. Here we go. This is Mr. John Charles, one of Town Square Media.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One of Town Square Media's most important people. Guy handles a lot of that. Is that just getting my? Are we getting?
Do you want me to keep talking?
No. I'm saying. I want to make sure we got a little bit of that.
Get everything.
All right, you ready? Make sure you can hit the audio on this, but I want to make sure I get his face though. Okay? Yeah. Because I have no idea how. I guess I could put a voice recorder too as well. That way I got this right here. Okay. So this is 10 questions I've come up with. This is the inaugural one of it all. I've asked it off camera, but this is like the actual real deal. So here we go with Mr. John Charles, Town Square Media's finest. First album you bought, vinyl. First album you bought.
Bob Dylan, Tempest.
Yeah. First cassette you bought.
Offspring, Smash.
I don't know this answers. First CD you bought. First CD.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one.
You don't remember your first CD? You remember your first vinyl, but you don't remember your...
I grew up, and my dad's huge into music, and so I just grew up with thousands of CDs around me.
Okay.
And so the first CD that I myself bought probably was Use Your Illusion.
Guns N' Roses, one or two?
One.
You bought the first one? You didn't
No. I bought the combo.
The combo?
One and two.
One and two?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember, though, your first digital download? The first one you bought? Not
Right.
pirated.
That's
not
different, yeah.
that's
I remember
different.
Napster.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, the first, like, you sought out on iTunes, this particular song, this is what you got.
I don't.
See? Nobody.
I do.
She does.
Mine was the discography of Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah, she was the only
Hooray for
one.
boobies!
She was the only one that had it figured out. Okay.
No, I remember Napster.
Yeah,
I remember iTunes buying an MP3.
Real
Yeah.
quick, we got the superheroes there. Yeah,
Oh, I've
you got
gotten
the
them
Hulk.
already.
The Hulk is taking pictures. You know, the Hulk. Things are different for the Hulk these days. It's not quite as rough and tough as it used to be. First concert you went to?
Def Leppard, Manhattan, Kansas, Bramlage Coliseum, 1992. I was 5 years old.
Oh my God!
I had a rat tail. I wore jeans and an unbuttoned denim shirt, and I fell asleep.
Things haven't changed much.
If it's possible, if not, top 3 shows you've seen. Best show you've ever gone to.
All right. Bob Dylan, Uptown Theater in Kansas City in 2003 or 4, when Love and Theft came out. He was touring with the best band he had. Larry Campbell and Charlie Sexton were with him, and they covered Brown Sugar, and it was unbelievable.
Huh.
I saw Gojira in New York City at Webster at the studio,
At
which
Webster Hall.
is the basement
Yeah.
below
Yeah.
Webster Hall.
Yeah.
Probably fits 250 people. Gojira would play, a place that probably has 5,000 capacity. They're doing just small club shows, and they played there. First time I ever saw them, just insane.
Huh.
And they filmed the music video for the first track off of their latest album. I can't remember the song, but the album's L'Enfant Sauvage.
Yeah.
But it's the first track off that album. They filmed the music video there. It was insane.
Huh.
250 people seeing this hardcore French metal band. And number 3.
You don't have to give number 3. You already gave 2.
Okay.
It's
Even though I asked you 3.
I said no. I said if you can do it 3, but if not, then just best show. Worst show you've ever seen? Do you have a worst show?
Everybody's, like when you see a band, openers always, usually they don't deliver quite as much as you wanted to. I saw Pearl Jam when Riot Act came out at Sandstone Amphitheater in Kansas City. Super Suckers opened for them.
I love Super
And
Suckers.
I love Super Suckers, and I was
man.
really excited for them.
Yeah.
Worst show I've ever seen.
Oh,
Super
no.
Suckers. Someone was off. Yeah, it happens.
Just bad,
Terrible.
It happens. What's your go-to music? Now this one has a million branches of it, but just
Right.
Yeah, because I said, is it sad? Are you
happy,
angry?
sex, whatever. But just go-to. What's your go-to music?
that I can turn on anytime would be Metallica, Master of Puppets album.
Master of Puppets.
Anytime,
Okay.
regardless of my emotion, you know how I feel.
How do you find music? Whether it's new music or whether it's old music that you didn't know about, how do you find music? How do you find it?
Lately, I've been finding music through compilations on vinyl. And some of these compilations are from like the 80s,
Yeah.
some are from the 90s, some are from right now. But you get this compilation of bands you've never heard of, and then you find out, like, I got this compilation from Seattle from 1983, and one of the bands on there was Mr. Ep. And then it turns out Mr. Ep has connections to Mudhoney, and all these other bands have connections to Ministry, and then that leads into Nine Inch Nails. And
Sure.
so compilations are definitely one way. Right now, it's the internet. It's blogs. You know, if there's a music blog out there, if there's a community blog for a neighborhood in New York City, and they say go see this band, that's how I do it. And usually those blogs, what happens is those blogs, they'll interview a band like Queens of the Stone Age or Stone Sour, and they'll say, what are you listening to? And then they'll throw out some names. And you know, like one band that's popped out a lot I've seen in interviews is Amon Amarth, that I wasn't that familiar with, but I've seen it pop up. They have a new album out, and so that's how I found out about it. So I guess, you know, through the internet, through interviews with bands that I like, that I know, and then they tell me who they like.
Final question. How important is music?
It's my life. I don't know what I do without it. I buy music, I play music, I mean, it's just...
It's everything.
It's everything. It's an obsession.
Yeah.
I don't know what I do without
It's
it.
an addiction
It's
you're
a
not
drug.
gonna try and kick.
Yeah. I have no
You'll
interest.
die. You'll die.
A beautiful, beautiful
You'll die
drug.
being
I have
addicted
no
to it.
interest in kicking it.
Nice.
And now here's the weather.
And now here's the weather.
No, I'm just kidding.
Here's Alex with the weather.
I like the digital part. 'Cause I can't, man, I can't.
But you know what's interesting is
And
the guy.
I bought a lot of music.
When I did this, when I started this, and I did this, and it was a deal like, I kind of was like talking about doing it, and then I literally was like, well, let me spring it on. And it was Alex, it was Nikki, and it was Nikki's friend. And everybody knew cassette, everyone knew vinyl, everyone knew CD. The gal next to us actually did 8 tracks. You remember that? The minute I said digital download, she was the only one that actually remembered it. Like, Nikki goes, no fucking idea. And I go, I don't either. And he goes, and the guy goes, he made a point. He goes, the reason why, there's nothing tangible. You're not walking into a store, seeking it out, going to get it. Exactly.
Man, I don't know. And I bought a ton.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, I can tell you what I bought. I bought Muddy Waters, I bought Howlin' Wolf, I bought Bob Dylan, I bought this, I bought that. I bought all that shit, but I've never once.
Really suits you well. Thank you.
Not too many people can pull